And now, here's your host, Dee Spencer, the working lady.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I am so excited to be in the studio today. Oh my gosh, Monday was crazy. I was like on the road, in the dark, in the back, in the corner, in the car. But I'm here today. We're here, and happy Kwanzaa to everyone. Today is day 5 of Kwanzaa, and today's word is Nia, and it is about purpose. So we hope that you all have been celebrating Kwanzaa and finding out about Kwanzaa. And today is definitely about purpose. And we are coming to you today with a strong purpose. I've been talking about it and saying that I want to focus on mental health. So we're going to be touching on that today. But before we do that, we got to talk about some things. So how's everybody doing? Did anybody get a check? Did y'all get a check? Did you get a direct deposit? My brother said he got some money in his direct deposit. I checked my account. There wasn't nothing in there. I got a check. So did you guys get any money? Let me know. Wait, where you guys at? Where you at? Are y'all out shopping? Listen, you better hold on to that $600. It's not going to last long, okay? You don't know if you're going to get the other, $600 that's supposed to go with it. Or how much they were supposed to give us? $2,000. Anyway, you don't know if you're going to get the other amount, the other $1,200 that might supposed to go with it. So you better hold on to it. Put it in the sock. Don't put it in the bank. Put it in the sock. Anyway, real quick, grab your friends. Share this post. Where are all my VIP members at? Where you at? Zuri J, Taretha. Where's the rest of y'all at? Summer Carter, where you at? Summer, get off a Clubhouse and get in here. You guys tag a friend, share this post, let somebody know that we are on, because we're here. D-Works Live is on the air, and that means you should be in here. So where y'all at? Start a watch party. Let me see. Maybe I need to start a watch party because y'all playing with me today. I don't know. Y'all playing. Don't play with me. Start a watch party. Do something. Let somebody know. Yes. Thank you for the thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Cheers, something. Let me know you're here. Candy Jen, where you at? Where my regulars at? Come on through. Because this is for you today. Who did I see? Somebody just shared it. All right. Come on, keep sharing, and come on in. And also make sure you give StreamYard permission so that if you comment on the show, then I will be able to flash your comment across the screen. And you'd like to see your name in lights. Some of y'all, this is the only lights you're going to get to see. So, put your name, give StreamYard permission so that we can put your name across the screen, and let me know who's tuning in. Yes, we want to know who's tuning in today. Because I started my watch party. Hey, I got a watch party. And shout out to everybody who's checking out the One-Sided View on Instagram. And you can go, if you're on Instagram, click on the tree link, and the YouTube link is right there so that you can come right into this and see what I'm seeing on my screen, which is going to be my beautiful guest coming up next. And so we don't want to delay it too long, but y'all need to come on in. But listen, did y'all hear about Alec Baldwin's wife? What Yo soy esto, what? Like, what? What's up, Cafe? How you doing, Cafe the artist? How are you? Like, what in the world is going on? Talk about cultural appropriation, inappropriate cultural appropriation. Alex Baldwin's wife, she pretended she'd been Spanish all this time and just butchering the Spanish language and butchering the culture, pretending like she don't know how to pronounce cucumber. Like, what did you say in English? Like, what kind of foolishness? Even a rock knows how to say cucumber. Come on now, stop playing with us. But she has been outed. Listen, social media will drag you and find you out, honey. Yes, they will. Social media just won't let you live. Hey, Nancy Moreau, how are you, darling? Thanks for checking in. You guys be sure to share this post. Okay, where my chatters at? Come on, let me see your chat. Let me see you chatting. I need to see something. Let me know you're here. I see you here. Type something so that I know that you're here, so that we can shout you out and all of that good stuff. Okay, let's get into our birthday shout outs. If you have a birthday, we're going to do the birthday song, and then we are going to introduce you guys to my fabulous guests. Fabulous guests. So birthdays today, we have Amish Gabriel has a birthday today. Hey, Amish, happy birthday. Ray D. Lord, I can't even read my writing. That's a shame. Jenny Cassell has a birthday today. Beverly D. and Cheryl Lee Ralph, one of my favorite actresses. Cheryl Lee Ralph has a birthday. Cheryl Lee Ralph has a birthday today. So I want to say shout out to you guys. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Hey, happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. You better celebrate because it's your birthday. Yes. Happy birthday, you guys. Remember what I say every day. It is, listen, if you're having a birthday today and you're under the sound of my voice, you can hear somebody say happy birthday to you. You should be excited and celebrating because life is short and a lot of people didn't make it. So don't worry about what you didn't get. Just be grateful for what you got. Okay. And right now you got your life, your health, and your strength. And that in itself is something to celebrate. All right, you guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, come on. Grab your friends, grab your friends, grab your friends. Tag somebody. Let's find out where they're at. Let me tag some people and see where they're at because I don't want you guys to miss this. This is very important today. This is something that's hey, Angela, what's up, girl? This is something that's very important to me. And it's talking about mental health. And I want you guys in here. So grab your friends, share, tag somebody. And say, hey, where y'all at? Where y'all at? It's time for the show. It is time for the show. So we're going to tag a couple more people to come in here because I don't want y'all to miss this. I don't want you to miss it. Okay, so tag some people. There we go. There we go. There comes some people. There comes some people. Come on through. There she is. Hey, Zuri J. What she said. Oh, she likes the background. Isn't that cute? That's so cute, isn't it? I wish that was my real background. Hey, Zuri J, how are you, darling? And then, hey, Joyce, how are you? Life is celebrating. She's celebrating every day. I know that's right. Celebrate every day, because listen, life is short. But anyway, you guys, grab some more people, tag some people that you know are usually here. Somebody at Candy Jen for me. Somebody tag Taretha Johnson. I don't know where she is. Tag the regulars that's supposed to be in their chairs. Where they at? Tag them, tag them, tag them. Shout out to Angela. She's checking out the show today. I feel honored. Angela's on here. All right, let's get into it, you guys. So my guest today is shifting the landscape of children's behavioral health care by raising family-driven treatment to the highest elevation. Using her personal experiences as the parent of a child with significant mental health needs, Kristi has created a platform that integrates families, professionals, natural supports, and other stakeholders together. She does this with an eye to the importance of cultural, racial, and socioeconomic factors that impact mental health. That's some good stuff right there. Yes. Some of Kristi's work includes coaching and training to true family-centered practices, creating collaborative teams, quality assurance, and improvement in the field, and supporting cultural change in agencies. She's has presented at multiple conferences, webinars, and has served in many volunteer capacities, such as board work, committees to reduce risk, restraint, and seclusion, faith-based organizations, education advisory committees, and much more. You guys, I'm super excited to have her here. She is the co-founder and Chief Experience Officer of Pinnacle Partnerships. You guys give it up for my very special guest today, none other than Miss Kristi Glenn. Hello, Kristi.
Hi.
How are you?
That sounded like a whole mouthful when you were saying all of that. I'm like, I guess
yes. You know what? It's always hard to write your own bio and like kind of toot your own horn because you feel like you're being conceited or something. But listen, you worked hard for all those accolades. So it's, that's something to celebrate. So first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on as my guest today. Zuri says, hi, Kristi. Hey, Kristi.
Hi.
I met you in Clubhouse. And for those that don't know, Clubhouse is like the newest, latest thing. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised, girl. I had to hide the bags under my eyes because I've been on Clubhouse like for like what 72 hours straight, maybe.
Multiple nights in a row, I've fallen asleep with Clubhouse on my phone.
I know, but it is such a wealth of information and it's such a great networking opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to meet wonderful people like you who are providing such great service. Now, I'm always talking about mental health. And as we go into this new year, it's something that I really wanted to bring as my last show, or close to the last show of the year. So real quickly, tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Brockton, Massachusetts, which is about 15 to 25 to 40 minutes south of Boston, depending on the time of day.
Okay, traffic, gotcha.
Yeah, so just south of Boston, it is very cold here, but there's no
I'm
snow.
in Jersey, so I'm experiencing the same kind of cold. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm happy there's no snow.
Yes,
I'm definitely a beach girl, but you know, I can stay in the house and do that. Yeah. I'm here in the northeast part of the country.
Okay, me too. I'm in Jersey, so I feel you. I know. Well, let's talk about what you do. You're the co-founder and chief experience officer of Pinnacle Partnerships. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what it is that you do? Well, I just explained it, but talk a little bit more in your words what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pinnacle Partnerships is a company that I started with my friend and co-founder, Diana. We started this company. We actually met each other at the Harvard Innovation Lab. We were both there doing volunteer work for an incubator. Of course, in Boston, there's tons of startup incubators all over the place. And so this one was focused on mental health. And we were in this room with all of these really bright, smart people. Some were seeking education in their undergrad, some were post-grad, and they were trying to launch all of these different mental health companies. And we quickly realized that we were the only two people in the room that were concerned with the importance of families being at the center of care when it came to youth mental health. And so we decided we were going to work on a project together in the incubator. And so we met outside for our first meeting together. And when we met, we decided that there was no way we were going to give our amazing ideas to anyone. And so we left that incubator and Pinnacle Partnerships was born. And so now we're out here just really trying to revolutionize the way that children's mental health is approached. And we're doing that in lots of different ways. So right now we're working with the Department of Education in some areas. We're working with some different initiatives that they have going on. We've pivoted a lot in this past year because of COVID, and obviously the impacts of COVID are huge.
Yes, definitely.
Mental health. And so that has really had us do a big shift in terms of what we are focusing on right now. But it's really gratifying to be out here and doing that kind of work and giving back to our community.
Yes. Now, definitely, as talking about COVID and how it has impacted people's lives, not just financially, emotionally, but just even mentally, like a lot of people are struggling. And you talked about working with children because I think sometimes, you know, adults, we're talking about how much that we're struggling, but we forget that the children, this is a big shift for children as well, and that they're struggling with this. What have you seen has been the impact on children's mental health throughout this whole pandemic that we're going through?
Yeah, absolutely. So the impact on children has been enormous. You know, their lives have essentially been uprooted. You know, most kids are in school virtually or in a hybrid situation. Kids that are in school full-time, maybe in special ed programs right now. especially here in the Boston area. We know there's some variation across the country depending on where folks are. And what the numbers are like, but this sort of second surge that is happening right now has definitely had kids kind of returning back to home for some progress that may have been made for kids being away. So, there's been huge impacts. There are a lot more kids that are reporting anxiety, depression. There are a lot of kids that are talking about the real need for social interaction. They really miss their friends. And so that's causing a lot of challenge for many kids. Interestingly, there's also a subgroup of kids who have always struggled with those things, with social interactions, and had a lot of anxiety around those things. And so those kids are actually thriving.
Yes, they're like, good. I don't have to go out and make friends. I can just sit in my room now. Leave me alone.
Exactly. And so academically, they're thriving. But what's happening is eventually there's going to be a return in some way to the normalcy of school. And so, what the impacts of that will be for kids over the long term that feel like they're thriving right now is definitely going to be something that we'll see as we head down that road.
Yes. Joyce says, my daughter. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Hey, Rebecca BF. What's up, darling? Patricia R. Charles Bain. Judy Brown. Hey. Patricia Bertocci. Hey, girl. How are you? And Loretta. Anybody that's watching on Instagram, click on the link tree in my bio and you will go directly to the video so you can see Miss Kristi Glenn's beautiful face as well. And thank you guys for tuning in. Keep sharing this video. And if you have any questions or comments as we're talking, please go ahead and drop them in the comments and we will respond to those. And you touched on something when you talked about, the kids that are really introverts and kind of really don't care about this. The other thing, because one of my friends, Joy, she talked about how innovative these kids are being in order to be able to communicate with each other. And she said, oh, yeah, her daughter's been hanging out with her friends. And I'm like, hanging out with her friends? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, they have virtual movie nights. They have virtual TV watching nights. I'm like, what? My friends won't even do that. Hold on. So
these kids are smart.
Yes, they are.
They say out of necessity comes innovation, right? So that's how these things happen in the world, and these amazing inventions come along, and gives kids an opportunity to show us the things that are in there. You may not always know that it's there.
Yes, I think that's one of your friends there. She says, you rock, Kristi. Much love for all your efforts. Yay.
Hi, Nicole. Yes, Nicole was an amazing mom who does so much in the mental health space as well.
Yes. And hey, Rebecca says, hi, Dee, what an awesome subject for me to happen upon. Finally. Perfect. Okay. Hey, Ronald Robinson and Christina Williams. Now, in your bio, you talk about having a child with special needs. Dealing with autism. And I know a lot of parents, that's something that they deal with. What information can you give for parents who are having to make adjustments with their kids who have autism, and even in this environment, having to try to get even kids on different levels of the autism spectrum, trying to force them to wear masks and all these other things. What information and advice can you give for parents?
Yeah, so my son has very significant mental health needs. He's not on the autism spectrum, but he does have executive functioning delays. And he has a very interesting combination of things that make him what people call spectrumy. So a lot of the things like the mask wearing and the ability to understand kind of his space in the world where somebody else is. So like that 6 feet. He doesn't really understand that 6 feet.
Right.
Like you're in front of me and I'm talking to you. And so those sorts of things definitely impact him. So I can absolutely speak to that piece. And I work with lots of families now and over the years that are on the spectrum. But just to share a little bit about my story, and for your folks that are watching, I'm happy to answer questions about my family, my journey, my experience. So my son now is 15 years old. I first started realizing that he was developing a bit differently than other kids his age when he was probably around 2.5, 3 years old. And at that point, I tried to get him services, and it was really tough. He was screened out from 3 different early interventions agencies. And then right after that, he was kicked out of 8 daycares.
Oh, wait, you getting kicked out of daycare? Oh, Lord.
So he doesn't need early intervention, but he can't stay in anybody's daycare.
Wow.
Every kind of daycare, home daycare, center-based daycare. I was like, can somebody watch this kid so I can make a paycheck, please? But he just couldn't handle it. His, kids communicate in behavior. And so he was off the hook, right? He was just all over the place. He wasn't really talking that much. And so he would throw things or, throw fits, be, a kid that was drawing a lot of attention. And so very shortly, we ended up being in what's called an integrated preschool in our public school system, which was half kids that were on like a special ed individualized education program, so an IEP, and then half kids that they call peer models, which are like typically developing kids. And he did that program for 2 years and did okay. And by kindergarten, he couldn't manage that at all either. And so then he went into like what's called a substantially separate classroom, where it was a full special ed classroom, much smaller amount of kids, and, a special ed teacher, paraprofessionals, the whole shebang. We were trying to get testing for all of his different needs, all of those kinds of things. And at that point, he really was having a difficult time. So he was right around 6 years old, and we were unable to control his behaviors anywhere. And so at the age of 6, he had his first psychiatric hospitalization.
Okay.
And that was a really, really heart-wrenching moment for me as a mom. The psychiatric treatment is so different than physical treatment, right? Like if a kid falls off of their bike and breaks their leg or breaks their arm, you go to the emergency room with them and you're there with them every moment. And, you stay with them if they're admitted and you're with them every step of the way. When your child receives a psychiatric treatment and they're going inpatient, you literally sign forms and they're like, see you later. And so it's really an unbelievable feeling, especially that first time, because you don't know what's going to happen. And so it was a tough, jarring thing for us. And it's when we really kind of started looking at what medications would be able to help him, what kind of other treatments were available, what things were in the community. This is when I really was at a point that I felt like I don't know how I'm going to be able to like live my life, right? Like by this point, I was being called at my job every day. My boss was looking at me every day like, you intend to work ever, right? Like,
right.
I was not functioning at work. This was me every day because he was wilding and whatever else. And so, this started many years of difficulties for him educationally and in the community. And so, fast forward through all of these years, we've accessed a lot of community-based help and support. We've accessed in Massachusetts, the Department of Mental Health has been a support to us and some other community-based agencies. But we have had 13 hospitalizations.
Wow.
And it has been lengthy amounts of time. Typically, he's very sensitive to medications and it takes a long time to get him, when he goes inpatient, off of the meds that he's on.
Yes.
And look at something different. And so, usually he's out of our home for at least a month, which is typical for most kids. Usually it's 10 days to 14 days. Hi, Diana. Diana's the co-founder of Pinnacle.
She should have been up here too. Diana, we'll have to get you on next time, girl.
And so, it's hard to have him out of the home for lengths of time like that. And he's missed a lot of school because of it. And so it's been a very challenging road. We spent some time when he was about 8 years old, where he actually went into a residential setting for about 9 months. So he lived at school and received ongoing mental health treatment at the same time. And it's very difficult. The navigation of systems is difficult. Trying to get your child, somebody to pay for these
services, yes.
I mean, it's really like when your child reaches a certain level with their mental health, it's almost like it's like hot potato. Because it's very expensive. And so it becomes a real challenge. And along the way, I met amazing families like Nicole, who has chimed in a couple of times, and other types of other parents and caregivers along the way. And everybody is sort of lives in isolation.
Yes.
It's a hard thing to talk about. It's not like the thing that parents are talking about on the sidelines at the soccer fields.
Right. I actually have one of our viewers right now. She Inspiration by Loretta. She typed in, my son got kicked out of daycare. So, and her son, 19, 20 years, 20, what is he, 20 now? I think 19 or 20 now. But so she can relate to that. Hey, Chef Uwe. Hello. Hello, Il Torrente and Christina Williams. Thanks for joining us. And Diana and everybody. Hey, DJ King Royal. So one of the things I wanted to say about what you were just discussing is that a lot of times when parents are dealing with the things that you talked about, people just think, oh, their child is just bad. They just got a bad kid. They just need to whip them. They need to, they need to put some discipline on them. Or so I can just imagine that has to be a difficult thing to go through, and then to have to put your, how did you say, 6 or 7 when you had to put him in a mental health facility? That's really hard. Nicole, I guess Cola, she says, for anyone that struggles with their kids and schools, and this is not just about the mental health, this is about, if they on the autism spectrum, if they have attention deficit, whatever. I agree with what she says. Don't stop fighting. She said, I was told your son will never succeed in regular school. He's now in 5th grade and succeeding. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Never give up.
Yes. So if anybody has any questions or anything, you can go ahead and type them in. So now, do you have other kids in the home as well?
I do. I have a 21-year-old daughter.
Okay. Yep. So I'm sure that must impact your other kids and other family members as well, when all this attention is directed in one direction. So
family affair. When he was 6, she was 10, 11, right? So at home, it had a huge impact. Thinking about the safety for everyone in the home is a major thing. And of course, not all kids are outwardly, showing their mental health needs, right? Like there are also kids that have more inward emotions, right? For my son, he's always been like, he yells and throws things, and that's the way that he has always kind of showed his mental health needs. That was created a safety issue that I had to think about for my daughter over the years. And so the safety planning in our home, and her being 10 and me having to say to her, like, if he's having a difficult time, I want you to go in your room and shut the door and stay in here so you can be safe until I come and get you.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Settle him down. And, imagine what that's like for a 10-year-old.
Yes, I can imagine.
Listening to what, for a 10-year-old, what probably sounds like World War III going on outside. Right? And you're worrying about your mom, you're worrying about your brother, and your mom is telling you to stay here to be safe. The whole thing is, it's scary and it's unnerving. And so, you know, it really impacts our whole family. So everything that we've done, I've always tried to make space for my daughter. So whenever we had this thing that we would do on Monday nights, it was a time that I dedicated just for her. I was able to find like somebody that would come. We called it M&M night, or Michaela and Mommy.
Oh, that's nice.
Go and have dinner or get ice cream, or just something that was just the two of us, where we didn't. And I said to her, like, what do you want our rules to be? And like, her number one rule was, I don't want to talk about my brother the whole time that we're here.
Oh, see,
and that's like wonderful, right? That she could, one, that she could say that to me.
Yes.
And two, that we could have that time that was 100% about her. You know, we could talk about all of the different things that she wanted to talk about, or her grades, or we could, you know, even just sit together, you know.
Right.
But it definitely impacts, you know, the entire family. I was married at one time. It had a huge impact on my marriage. It was a big contributor to the fact that my marriage did not work out. I was married to a man that was in law enforcement, and it was really hard to live in a house with a kid, say anything in those moments.
Right.
That's a hard thing to contend with.
Oh, yes.
And it creates a lot of other problems.
Well, you know what? I just want to say to you, I want to say thank you for, which we know that us women, that we are strong and that we're overcomers, and that we, you know, we learn how to persevere through the toughest of situations. So I just want to applaud you for just having the strength to go through all of that and still come out on this other side and be able to not just be there for your son, your daughter, but now you're there for other people as well. So I think that is very commendable. Real quick, I just want to say, we got to get you connected with Wondawg, WONDAWGG. He says he heard your story on Clubhouse and he loves your work, and he wants to have you on his show, or have you talk to you on Clubhouse, I guess, again. So Wondawg, just reach out to on Instagram. Tell us what your Instagram handle is real quick.
At Pinnacle Partnerships.
Okay, at Pinnacle Partnerships. That's on Instagram that he's talking. So you can also click on the click on my link tree, and it'll bring you right over to the video, so you can see her in the studio here. We're working on tying all these feeds together, but I just wanted to make sure, if nothing else, you guys could hear her story, if nothing else. And you should be used to that anyway. Instagram, Clubhouse people. Yes. Hey, Mosiah makes moves. Hey. And I'm missing somebody else. I can't see the names. They're all jumbling up. And also shout out to Taretha Johnson. Taretha says you got to really get creative. Loretta says it's really painful for the entire family when you're experiencing those breakdowns and you're having to put your child in the hospital and those type of things. Let's read some more comments here. Nancy L. Glenn says, you are a true warrior mom. God bless you and all the wonderful warrior moms out there. So proud of you all. Yes, indeed. Let's applaud all the warrior moms. You guys give them some hand claps in the comment section. Yes, definitely. And then Cola says everyone suffers from its own version of PTSD. That is so true, because you're suffering, and a lot of times you end up suffering in silence, because like you said, the neighbor next door, or the neighbor in the mommy clubs that have, you know, the perfect kid, oh look what my kid can do, and all of that, they're not understanding what you're going through. And so a lot of times, like you said, you don't have anybody to reach out to and connect to, unless you create your own community and find your own tribe and community that can understand what you're going through.
Well, my neighbors know what's going on.
Okay.
The neighborhood knows what's happening.
But when I say don't know what's going on, I'm talking about understanding the impact.
I'm just making light of it. But it's funny speaking about like neighborhoods. So these are like the levels of thought that have to go into raising a child that has mental health needs, right? So when I I've moved a couple of times since my son has been experiencing his mental health and has been old enough to kind of like be out in the neighborhood riding his bike and that sort of thing. So whenever I move into a new neighborhood or I see somebody new move into my neighborhood, I actually go and introduce myself to them and let them know that I have a child that has mental health needs and that they may see him upset. They may see me or my daughter interfacing with him when he's upset. And I want to just give them a heads up so they don't think that something is wrong or feel like they have to call the police or that something is happening, because I'm also raising a biracial child who is seen in the United States as a Black man. And so my goal is to keep him out of the quote unquote justice system
Right.
in the United States of America. He already has a mental health need, or several of them, and I don't need to compound that with all of legal issues and other problems. And unfortunately, I know many families who have kids that are my son's age, 15, 14, 16, that neighbors or other people have called the police not knowing what's happening or thinking that they're being helpful. The police come and it just spirals out of control.
Yes. There was a recent story, of a young man. Yeah.
Right. So they're not trained or equipped to manage a mental health crisis. So what happens is it's almost like a power thing, right? So my son is definitely the kind where, like, if you challenge him in that moment, I don't know how he would respond.
Right.
So maybe he would be okay, but I don't know, right? So I actually have friends who are raising kids with mental health needs that are 16, 17, 18 years old right now that have charges against them.
Oh my goodness.
And even though they went to court and they had treatment providers that testified for them in their mental health need and that this was part of their mental health need, at the end of the day, our systems by and large are not meant or created or have the systems in place to fully understand that. And so it comes down to, did you break the law or not? Were you the peace or not? Right? And so this is how kids end up in this pipeline to jail.
Ooh, girl, yes, you are. That's so true.
Jail because they have a mental health need. And so it's a slippery slope. So therefore, I go around my neighborhood. My son, 90% of the time, he's a funny, charismatic, outgoing, wonderful kid. 10% of the time, he will cuss you out because he's having like a hard time.
Right.
So I have to do that education everywhere. And it's exhausting. But it's necessary.
Yes. And it's something that you have to do for the safety of your son. But I understand, and I'm more than sure that it becomes even more of a worry and a challenge for you as he ages, because we know that as they get older, the attitudes of people change when they see someone having a mental health crisis. And you are so right. Taretha just typed in, she said, definitely time for real changes. It is like, it doesn't make sense that we have a system in place, that we have systems in place that don't have the ability or the capability to handle mental health when there's so many people that are facing those challenges. It just doesn't make sense. And I think that it goes to us pushing our elected officials to make those changes and to insist that those things get in place, because we're in a crisis right now. There's going to be even more people, not just the kids. There's going to be more people dealing with mental health challenges. We're seeing it every day. We just saw it the other day with the person blowing up the car and all that kind of stuff. Like, what? Yeah, it's crazy.
And the impacts of COVID are going to definitely impact our society.
Yes.
So one of the things that Diana and I talk about at Pinnacle Partnerships is pandemic trauma, right?
Oh, that's good.
We are all, as a society, at any age, we're currently in the middle of experiencing this pandemic trauma. And when you're in the middle of a trauma, you're not thinking about how you're going to deal with it after, right? You're in this like fight, flight, or freeze mode, right?
Yes.
We're all in this, like every day. What's happening? Where are the vaccines? Are there going to be vaccines? Should I take the vaccine?
Right.
Why isn't anybody wearing a mask? Why won't people put masks on? So we, right, like all of these things that we're just to go to the grocery store.
Right, exactly.
So like we've been living like this for a really long time. So eventually COVID is going to end, right? And where things will return back and they won't be the same ever again, right? But in the data about other pandemics that happen around the world that aren't to this scale, there's 4 waves. And we have some great data. And if you go to our website, we have lots of different events that we put on that most of them are free and people can come to. But there are 4 waves of a pandemic. And the 4th and longest lasting wave of a pandemic is the mental health wave of the pandemic. So when you look at the graph, it's like the first bump is when you get sick, then there's a second surge, there's a third surge, and then the 4th surge goes all the way. And that's the mental health, right? And so that's what we're really focused on right now at Pinnacle is what are we going to do for this long-term mental health need that's coming? Because we're not doing that great with the mental health needs that we have right now.
Exactly. That's so true. That's so true. And on that note, there's the website. I hope I typed it in correctly. PinnaclePartnerships.org. Go check out their website. And one of the shout out to everybody on the Instagram. Hello, Erica IndieCam. Erica, let me see. Erica Lindy Campbell. Hey girl, my chat is like all meshed up, so I can barely read the names. What's up? Stop chatting, Jay. But one of the most important things that I want to say to everybody that's tuned in, and is that make sure that you don't just sit and suffer in silence. Reach out and get you some help. And like right now, one of the good things for people who like, I don't want to go to, I don't want to go to to the mental health office. I don't want to go to see a psychiatrist. I don't want to go to see a psychologist. I don't want to do this. But now there's so many things that's virtual that you can get help virtually now. So that's a great advantage. I want to say to people, we're talking about children's mental health and all of that, but I want to also admonish you, even the adults, and we're going to also have some more health professionals come on because this is something I want to cover in the first week of the new year, is talking about mental health from all angles and all levels, because it's something that a lot of people are going through. A lot of people are suffering in silence. And I want to say to you guys, don't suffer in silence. Reach out and get some help. There are services available. There's people out here. There are people offering free services. People are offering ways to tap into resources. So I want to admonish you guys to really reach out and get you help. And if you need help for your children, I'm more than sure that Kristi and Diane would be willing to direct you and give you some information, advice, and some direction. Check out pinnaclepartnerships.org. There's the website. Go check it out. So,
yeah, absolutely. Please don't sit in silence. There is no shame in seeking out help. And nobody even has to know that you're seeking out help. It's your business. You don't have to post it on Facebook or talk to everybody about it. You just got to go and do the things that you have to do, right? And so, mental health stigma is, I always say like the pulse of mental health stigma is still alive and well, unfortunately. Right. But until we talk about it and we're just more open about it, it's not going to change, right? And so that's definitely one of my core beliefs, and our core beliefs at Pinnacle is we're really open about it. I'm very open about my challenges and the things that I've gone through as a mom. And in my house, we talk very openly about mental health. And, it's something that I try to create as a culture, and hopefully it will be a generational shift for our family. That talking about mental health is just as important as talking about your physical health, right?
Yes, it
You
is.
don't have your mental health, you don't have your physical health. You have to have
Exactly.
both. The yin and the yang. You have to have both.
Yes, definitely. So real quick, go ahead and give people your links, your websites, Instagram, how they can get in touch with you, and how they can get in touch with Diane. Tell us the information on how to contact you.
Yeah, so you can get in touch with both Diana and I through our website, which is up there, pinnaclepartnerships.org. There's a contact page, so you can send us a message there. We're at Pinnacle Partnerships on all social media, as well as LinkedIn, or you could search each one of us by our names on LinkedIn. The only place on social media that we're different is on Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is at Pinships, PINNSHIPS. And then we're both on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
So y'all on our Clubhouse, I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. Clubhouse is the place to be right now. Yes, we're just taking a break right now. This is a little break. We're taking an intermission. We'll be back. Clubhouse, stand by.
Yep. So Diana and I, we actually last week just started a room that we're doing. So actually tonight we'll be on talking about mental health and COVID at I think 9 or 9:30. Diana, if you're still listening.
Yes, type it in the box down there, Diane.
So we'll be on tonight talking. So if you want to follow either one of us, that's my mom.
Oh, hey, Mom. She said, that's my girl, living beyond yourself to help others. So proud of Kristi and Diana. Thank you, D-Works Live, for bringing this important topic to your audience. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thanks, Mom. And then also, I want to ask, are there people that maybe don't have that type of situation or don't have this situation that maybe want to be a resource or a source for what you guys are doing? What opportunities are there for people to help, to donate, to give, or is there any opportunity for people who want to work in the capacity that you guys are doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we have is right on our website, we have a donate button. So there are a lot of families that sort of fall in the gap of not being able to have services available to them. So one of the things that is a core component of our business is called a family synergy specialist, which is somebody like me who has the lived experience of raising a child with mental health needs. And that person walks with people through their journey, will go with them to meetings, help them understand hospitalizations, help them get an educational plan if they need to, or just be a listening ear. And so a lot of families here in Massachusetts, there is some folks that if you qualify for Medicaid, you can get a person like that. But outside of that, you can't really get that service. And so we are always looking for folks that would be willing to like adopt a family through donations to pay for that service, or just donate. And all of the funding that goes into our donation all goes back out to serving families in need that need the support, need people to go to a meeting with them or to help them better understand what's happening.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking your time out of Clubhouse. I mean, taking time out of your busy schedule. If you're not on Clubhouse, then this is an inside joke and you will not even know what I'm talking about. But for those who are on Clubhouse, you know, oh, Lord have mercy. It's like you got to go to the restroom. Let me step out the room, okay? And come back. But anyway, I want to just say thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to come and be a part of this show. And I want to say thank you to Clubhouse, because that's one of the things that I wanted to do, is to be able to connect with strong people with strong stories to bring to my audience. And because we need to hear these stories all over the place, everywhere. Get the stories out everywhere. And get the information out. Taretha is clapping. She finally had to come to the VIP room. Thank you. And Diana says that you guys are on tonight at 9:30 p.m. on Clubhouse. So make sure you follow them. Is that your name on Clubhouse? Diana on Clubhouse? Is that it too?
Yeah, or They can follow me, Kristi Glenn.
Kristi Glenn, yeah.
Yep, and we'll be talking about mental health and COVID, or mental health and whatever happens in the room, right? That's how
right, exactly. Whatever happens.
goals.
Yes, definitely. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming on, and definitely we look forward to having you again in the future, because I'm more than sure that as we go and as we grow, that things will change, information will change, and opportunities will change for parents who are going through these type of situations. So you're always welcome to come. Next time I would love to have both of you on. That would be great. So you're always welcome to come on this platform to share stories to help other families as well. So thank you. How did you like that green room, girl? The green room was lit, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen, y'all need to get an invitation to come on here, because the green room had shrimp.
Yes, girl, tell them.
There was somebody up in there that was mixing cocktails and stuff.
Oh, now. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Kristi. So I'm going to send you back to the green room. Just hang out there for a minute until I'm done. I'm going to come talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
You guys, give some claps, give some thumbs up, give some hearts, give some love for Kristi for coming on today and sharing her story. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much, so much. Make sure you take down that information, pinnaclepartnerships.org. There's her number if you need to talk to someone, if you just need and don't worry about the fact that she's in another city or another state, because she may be able to direct you and guide you, her or Diana, on where you can go or what direction you need to go if you are dealing with these type of issues with a child that's having mental health issues. And again, I want to encourage you guys to take time to take care of yourself. Okay. So we're going to do a whole series on mental health. We're going to be bringing some more different people as well. But I really, really, really want to admonish you. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to just listen to what you're going through, don't suffer in silence. Reach out and get some help. If you're dealing with children that may be having mental health issues, reach out and get some help. Don't sit and wait until you are in a crisis mode, and then, the intervention that don't know how to really help people shows up at your house and take drastic measures. Okay, so just make sure that you reach out. I want to say thank you to everybody for checking in. Friday is a whole new year, and yes, we will be on Friday celebrating the whole new year. So if you're not doing anything, just come on and hang out. We'll just hang out on Friday for the new year. But anyway, I want to say thank you to you guys, and remember, don't forget, you still have an opportunity to go and support my fellow creators. Nola Creative. Make sure you go check out Nola Creative Live right now. She's really pushing her Instagram. They're really working on their Instagram stories and their shows on Instagram. So go check out Nola Creative Live. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel. Let's continue to help them grow. Shout out to Summer Carter. And then also don't forget to go and support my friends at Kraus Fitness. Again, listen, you guys should have already been working out, because I told you, don't wait till the new year. Do it now. Take the plunge. Start where you are. Keep moving forward and join Team Kraus Fit. Okay. If you just type in Kraus Fit right here they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they have a website now. You can check them out. They're doing the most amazing at-home workouts that you can be a part of. And of course, the holidays have passed. We still in the giving spirit. If you're still in the giving spirit and you want to give somebody a gift, you can go check out Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure, because he's waiting on y'all. Where y'all at? Wait. All right, that's Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure, now available on Amazon. Pick up your copy today. All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. I want to say thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I want to say thank you to everybody who has just been rocking with me through this whole year. Oh, and shout out to my YouTube subscribers. Y'all, listen, we are almost there. I told you, we're taking baby steps. I just need 5 more people. I need 5. Just 5 people to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, D-Works on YouTube, y'all, and we're going to be at the 200 mark. See, we're taking baby steps. We're just going to take it in increments. I'm not going to take y'all too fast. I just want 5 people. I just need 5 people. Come on, 5 people. You know how they used to do in church? I need 5 people to come down the aisle with $100. See, I don't want $100. I just want 5 people to go and hit that subscribe button. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you so much. And when you do, leave a comment and let me know that you checked it out. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Brittany says she's going to subscribe. BZ Arts 52 on Instagram. Thank you so much. Brittany's going to subscribe. So yes. And I want to say happy Kwanzaa to everybody. Be sure to go and check out the official EFPU page and check out all the amazing artists who have painted we're doing the 31 days of the holiday plus 1. And so every day we featured a different artist, and oh my gosh, their work is phenomenal. So I think on January 1st, what we're going to do a review and let you guys see all the amazing artists who painted each day. Shout out to Naomi McCook. Today is her day. So, and shout out to all the artists who have participated. We're going to be shouting you out. We're going to be shouting you out. Yes, we are. Zuri says she got an invite for someone. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Gail Ford, thank you. So you guys, I love you. You guys be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Reach out if you need somebody to talk to. Y'all know I don't sleep, so you could just I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to somebody. Oh, you don't have to cry. You could just call me. Okay, just hit me up. Hit me up. All right. I love you guys, and we will see you next year. Okay, so you guys be blessed in your walk. I love you and take care. Let's go, y'all.